Everton could get relegated next season. Now that defense is worrying. I just watched Everton play against Bournemouth, and they were all over the place. For some reason, Josh King was causing that back four all sorts of problems, and they never really got comfortable. If they go into next season without making any defensive signings, it's going to be suicide. Also, the attack is one-dimensional. Everton usually use wingers and try to make crosses into the box, but when that plan doesn't work, they have no other avenues of attack. Carlo Ancelotti isn't a manager at the top of his game, having been sacked by Bayern and Napoli. It seems he's really declined in his managerial skills, and I think it's going to be hard for him to pick it up next season. I also feel like the midfield is a big problem. It doesn't really seem to gel together well. You have Sigurdsson, Gomez, Walcott, Richarlison, but it doesn't really seem like they really work together well as a team. Um, One thing I want to mention too is that I felt like Martinez, I know this is a while ago, but Roberto Martinez, he did well when he was at Everton. He finished mid-table, and then his second season he finished in a European spot, and then in his third season he finished mid-table again. But the way they played was really exciting, and I think, yeah, I feel like he did well. Now looking at Everton's squad, very, very unimpressive. You've got Moise Kean, who actually, against Bournemouth, I felt like his hold-up play wasn't good, but the fact that he was actually doing that was actually impressive. I think Ancelotti must have been telling him to try and work on his hold-up play, and he's actually doing it on the pitch, so I think that's kind of promising. Richarlison, he's kind of a player that's hot and cold, so he's going to have hot streaks, and then he's going to go cold, so I don't know. I think, yeah, that's what I expect from him. Gylfi Sigurdsson, he looks like he's past it. He barely ever hits the target. Like, he has shots and that sort of stuff, but he doesn't really trouble the keeper. And I feel like he's kind of lost his long range shooting, which is kind of shocking. Walcott, um, I don't know. I feel like I expect a lot more from him being a former Arsenal player, but it doesn't really seem like he's really improved since leaving the club. And he doesn't really score many goals. He gets into good situations, but he just can't finish. Tom Davies, um, I think he's okay, but I don't think he's a starter. Andre Gomez, I feel like he's probably Everton's best player, but they need to add more to that team for him to, really flourish. Luka Dean, I don't think he's really that good defensively, um, which is kind of worrying. Jared Braithwaite, he's young. Michael Keane, now this is a weird one. He did really well at Burnley, but I think at Everton it hasn't really worked out. And it's a shame for him. I guess they just keep playing him. I guess, but I feel like they need to bring in other defensive players. Seamus Coleman, I think he's past it. He can really track back anymore to try and defend, and it's only going to cause the club more problems. Jordan Pickford, yeah, I think he's a good goalkeeper. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, when Ancelotti first took over, he went through an amazing run of scoring goals. But when Calvert-Lewin isn't scoring goals, he doesn't really offer much to the team. And this is an issue because you've got to, at this level, when you're not scoring goals, you've got to add more to the team, whether it's your hold-up play, intricate passes, being able to link up with other players. He can't do any of that, and I think it might be time for him to leave the club. Martin Stecklenburg, this guy's ancient. I remember when he first came to the club. It was like a massive signing, but yeah, he has really, really, I don't know, his career just hasn't worked out, and now he's just a bench player that never really plays. Bernard, he's too injury prone. He can't put a run of 4 to 5 games together without getting injured. That's how bad his issues are, and he's just a player that Everton just can't rely on. Jibril Sidibe, I think when he's on form he's good, but he's too inconsistent, and they need other options. So yeah, that's about it. And this squad is shockingly bad. They need to make signings, otherwise I feel like, yeah, they could go down next season.